Welcome back, everybody. Last video we just defeated our first main boss. I just want to push us up towards this stairwell just to show you where we can get a little dialogue taken care of and help push our story forward. You'll find this Tengu in this little building. He sends you on a mission to destroy some rats. That's what he calls the infiltrators of Ashina. Head on right back out towards the main battlefield where we fought the main boss. We're just going to push right forward. The game gets a little heavier every time we go here. There's going to be more fights, more sub-bosses. We're going to push right through them nice and easy. Back at that idol, we're going to open this big door. Now, there's several enemies up ahead. I'm, just for expediency's sake, pushing through here. Taking care of who I need to take care of, but getting us right into the next fight. You can use the side of the map where these rooftops are to just get this wall jump in. I only do it because there's another sugar over here that I like to use. Again, there's several enemies over in this courtyard here. I'm just going to go right by them. Because as soon as we enter this next fight, it's going to push a fog gate down and they'll be trapped behind it anyway. So I don't have to worry about them right this second. Welcome to the Blazing Bull sub-boss. If you can get right here in front of these guys, the bull will take care of them for you. Now the bull moves extremely erratically, just charging all the time. You want to actually chase the bull. You want to stay as close to him as possible and don't get on the other side of that rotation where he ends up chasing you like this. You can if you want to try to deflect those attacks, but that burning abnormality will sort of present itself pretty quickly. Again, stay chasing the bull, getting up to the behind it or to the side of it. Sometimes you'll get these stuns where you can get a few hits in. This is what it looks like when we get on the chased side. This is what we tend to avoid, or at least I do. I want him making these nice tight turns with his horn down, just like that. That's where I can get my hits in the most. In the last moments, he'll charge around. If we can get him to run into a wall like this, he'll tip over and we can get that death blow. You'll be rewarded with a rank 2 for medicine and another prayer bead. And we can push right up to the next idol. This will take us up to the Ashina Castle. That last prayer bead was all we needed for our first necklace. Now maximum vitality and posture have increased. We're going to go up the right side. Again, several enemies here. Definitely something you want to take your time through if you're trying to get every enemy, every little item, that kind of thing. I'm just going to show you the path once again. We want to go all the way to the top of this building here. And then across the way is another grapple. We're going to stay on the left edge to avoid this bomber coming in on the right there. All the way around. And we're going to go right up this window here and grab our next idol. There's also a gourd seed here in this chest. We can take that back to Emma. Which is, as you can see, exactly what I decided to do. Go ahead and turn that in and get more gourd uses. And we'll head right back to that idol we just sat at. These enemies are a little tougher than what we've faced so far. They're very capable of pretty much knocking you down in one hit. You can use a Makiri counter to avoid that, but they're very excellent swordsmen. Stealth is really a key here in this part if you don't want to fight a lot of these enemies face to face. So taking your time, staying around your corners, and taking people out one by one is really a great option. This room here has two sitting next to each other, so stealth is a little tougher here as one will almost always see you. But I'll give you an idea of what it looks like to fight them rather than stealth kill. Watch for that kanji and use your Makiri counter. There's another one there. And a third one there. Just work on their posture, watch for that attack. You'll be just fine. After you're done with them, you can push over to this wall here where there's a couple of items. And then we're going to hug this wall here, and it'll actually open up a small room. Inside here you'll find a prayer bead and a little bit of money. Heading back out the way we came, we're going to go up into the ceiling here. Just follow it all the way across. You'll find two enemies sort of face to face here. I'm just going to get rid of the one so that I can push up this stairwell to the next idol. All the way up and to the left. You'll find this next idol, and right behind these doors here, we will encounter our second sub-boss for the area. With this particular boss, I like to stay right in front of him and watch for the glint of his hilt and get these two quick deflects. His posture goes up very, very quickly. This can be one of the quickest fights in the game, in my opinion. As per usual lately, he has two death blows. You can hop back from those as I just did, but if you hop straight up, you'll be able to get even more posture damage by jumping off their head. And there you have it. That boss is defeated just like that. Another prayer bead for us. There's a scroll over here that we can read a little text on, grab this eel liver, and also unlock the lightning reversal move, which will be key in our next fight. Straight out the window, just around the corner, and we're just going to go straight up to the top of the castle. Our second main boss for the game, Genichiro Ashina. This fight is all about pressure for me. I like to stay on him as much as possible, don't give him a lot of room to breathe, and I sort of followed this 1, 2, 3 rhythm. You'll see here 1, 2, 3, there's that big deflect that he does, and he'll come right back with his own. So I just sort of stay locked in this rhythm with him. You can avoid that big flurry. If your posture is higher in the game when you fight him, you might be able to deflect them all without breaking. But that posture and that rhythm is what I tend to try to hold in these fights. In the first phase, when he does that slam, the counter attack after will almost always be a Makiri counter. There's our first death blow. 3, 1, 2. There's a slam. And you'll notice here in the second phase it changes itself into a jump over. See, our posture broke there. We don't quite have the posture to deflect every single one of those flurry attacks. Notice I got caught by that Makiri there, so in the second phase he can do both. There's that jump over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Right into it. Just keep an eye on his attacks. He really doesn't have that many. That's just the rhythm I like to hold. You may find a better way to do this for you, depending on how you play the game. There's that flurry again. Just get your hits in when you can. This is kind of a long fight for some people, especially your first time through. This fight is kind of a benchmark for the whole game. You have to use a lot of the skills that you've learned, if not all of them up to now. It's a really great sort of test to see how you're understanding the game. There's enough time to heal. He will fire an arrow at you like that, but you can deflect it. Another slam. Just keep getting that extra posture damage when you can, and keeping up that pressure. There it is yet again. Almost always in phase 2 you'll see that. His last phase only has one death blow, luckily, and a lot of his patterns are the same, so we can use a lot of the same tactics. We just have to watch out for both Makiris and jump overs this time. He's also added in his lightning attack, which we got the reversal for in the sub-boss ending earlier. You can jump to the left or right and miss a lot of those. If you are in the air when you get hit, though, you can reverse the lightning back by just pressing your attack button. Here it is again. Again, with a little time, a little patience, just like that, you'll have defeated another main boss for the game. And it's a tough one, so congratulations and well done. This really opens up a lot of the game. We can head to a lot of different areas now. You'll also earn your first ninjutsu move, which we can plug into our loadout. There's a nice little idol that appears here at the end of the fight, so we can turn in that memory and acquire any new skills. Once again, congratulations on defeating your second main boss. When we pick up next time, we will head into some deeper areas of the game. This is where it gets a little longer. I got a little lost my first few times, but we'll get there together. Thanks for watching, guys.